Kai Nakamura was an ordinary teenager living in New Tokyo, a bustling metropolis where neon lights and towering skyscrapers painted the night sky. His life was a blend of schoolwork, part-time jobs, and evenings spent tinkering with old electronics in his small bedroom. But everything changed one fateful evening. Kai was in the middle of repairing a vintage hoverboard when a sudden burst of light filled his room. Startled, he dropped his tools and looked up to see a holographic projection materialize in front of him. It was an intricate emblem, glowing with a soft blue hue, surrounded by symbols that seemed to pulse with energy. As he stared, mesmerized, a deep, resonant voice filled the room. Kai Nakamura of Earth, you have been chosen to join the Nexus Academy, the galaxy's premier institution for the brightest and most promising minds. Your journey begins now. Before Kai could react, the hologram shifted, displaying a stunning view of the Nexus Academy, a floating island in the sky, surrounded by a sea of stars. The Academy's headmaster, a regal figure with a long flowing robe, appeared. Greetings, Kai. I am Xandor, headmaster of the Nexus Academy. You are the second student from Earth to be invited to join our ranks. Prepare yourself, for your adventure begins soon. The hologram faded, leaving Kai in stunned silence. His heart raced as the reality of the situation sank in. Nexus Academy was legendary, a place where the best minds from across the galaxy came to learn and grow. The first Earthling to attend was Arya, a brilliant scientist whose achievements had inspired millions. And now, it was his turn. Kai quickly realized he needed to tell his family. Bursting into the living room, he found his parents watching the news. Mom, Dad, you won't believe what just happened. His parents listened, their faces shifting from confusion to astonishment, as Kai recounted the holographic message. They were both proud and anxious, knowing that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but also concerned about the dangers and challenges that lay ahead. We always knew you were special, Kai, his mother said, tears welling up in her eyes. You have to go. This is your destiny. Kai spent the next few days preparing for his journey. Friends and family gathered for a farewell celebration, showering him with well wishes and gifts. The night before his departure, Kai sat alone on the roof of their apartment building, looking up at the stars. He wondered what lay ahead, feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. The following morning, a sleek silver shuttle landed in the middle of New Tokyo's Central Park, drawing a crowd of curious onlookers. Kai, carrying a small bag of personal belongings, stepped forward. The shuttle's door opened with a hiss, and a robotic attendant greeted him. Welcome, Kai Nakamura. Please step aboard. Your journey to the Nexus Academy awaits. Taking a deep breath, Kai turned to wave goodbye to his parents and friends one last time before stepping into the shuttle. The door closed behind him, and with a soft hum, the shuttle lifted off the ground, ascending rapidly into the sky. As the earth grew smaller below him, Kai felt a surge of determination. He was ready for whatever awaited him at the Nexus Academy. The shuttle's interior was sleek and futuristic, with smooth metal surfaces and soft ambient lighting. Kai took a seat by the window, his heart still pounding with excitement. The robotic attendant, equipped with a friendly demeanor and a gentle voice, offered him a nutrient drink to help with the journey. Thank you, Kai said, accepting the drink. He took a sip, feeling a refreshing energy course through him. The shuttle glided effortlessly through Earth's atmosphere, and soon the familiar blue of his home planet was replaced by the endless black of space, dotted with distant stars. Kai gazed out the window, marveling at the beauty and vastness of the cosmos. He had always been fascinated by space, but seeing it firsthand was an entirely different experience. After a while, the shuttle's captain, a humanoid alien with deep green skin and large, expressive eyes, appeared on a holographic screen in front of Kai. Greetings, Kai Nakamura. I am Captain Thal, and I will be guiding you to the Nexus Academy. We have a few stops to make to pick up other new students, so sit back and enjoy the journey. Kai nodded, feeling a mix of excitement and anticipation. He wondered who his fellow students would be, and what kind of adventures awaited them. The first stop was on a lush green planet called Viridia. As the shuttle descended, Kai saw vast forests and sparkling rivers. They landed near a small village where a group of Viridians, tall, graceful beings with emerald skin and flowing hair, waited. One of them, a girl about Kai's age, boarded the shuttle. She introduced herself as Lyra, a telepath with a gentle smile and bright, curious eyes. Next, they traveled to Draconis, a planet known for its rugged terrain and fierce inhabitants. Here they picked up Rin, a shape-shifting boy who could transform into various creatures at will. Rin was energetic and playful, instantly striking up a conversation with Kai and Lyra, sharing stories of his adventures on Draconis. As they continued their journey, Kai, Lyra, and Rin bonded over their shared excitement and nervousness about attending the Nexus Academy. They talked about their hopes and dreams, and Kai found himself feeling more at ease with his new friends by his side. The final stop was on a crystalline planet called Zalara, home to a technologically advanced race. They picked up Zara, a brilliant engineer with a sharp mind and a knack for invention. Zara was intrigued by Kai's background in electronics, and they quickly found common ground, discussing various gadgets and technologies. With all the new students aboard, the shuttle set course for the Nexus Academy. The journey through space was filled with breathtaking sights, nebulae glowing with vibrant colors, asteroid fields shimmering in the starlight, and distant galaxies twinkling like diamonds. As they approached their destination, the Nexus Academy came into view. It was even more magnificent than Kai had imagined, a floating island surrounded by a shimmering energy field, with towers and spires reaching towards the stars. The Academy was a blend of advanced technology and natural beauty, with lush gardens and crystal-clear lakes interspersed among the futuristic buildings. The shuttle docked at a sleek metallic platform, and the students disembarked. They were greeted by Headmaster Xandor, who welcomed them with a warm smile. "Welcome to the Nexus Academy," he said, his voice resonating with authority and kindness. "You have all been chosen for your unique abilities and potential. Here, you will learn, grow, and forge bonds that will last a lifetime. Your journey has only just begun." Kai looked around at his new friends and the awe-inspiring surroundings. He felt a surge of determination and excitement. He was ready to embrace this new chapter in his life and make the most of the incredible opportunity before him. The shuttle's journey through space became an adventure in itself for Kai and his new friends. The vastness of the cosmos, with its glittering stars and vibrant nebulae, provided a constant backdrop of awe and wonder. The shuttle was equipped with a panoramic observation deck, allowing the students to gaze out at the endless expanse. Kai, Lyra, Rin, and Zara spent hours on the observation deck, sharing stories and learning about each other's cultures. Lyra, with her telepathic abilities, described the lush forests of Viridia and the deep connection her people had with nature. Rin, ever the entertainer, shapeshifted into various creatures from Draconis, each transformation more impressive than the last. Zara, the tech genius from Zalara, explained the intricate workings of her planet's crystal-based technology. One evening, as they approached a particularly beautiful nebula, Captain Thal joined them on the observation deck. "This is the Veil Nebula," he explained, pointing to the colorful cloud of gas and dust. "It's a stellar nursery, where new stars are born." The students watched in awe as the nebula's colors shifted and swirled, creating a mesmerizing display. Kai felt a sense of wonder and humility, realizing how small they were in the grand scheme of the universe. "Do you think we'll ever see anything as beautiful as this again?" Kai asked, his voice filled with reverence. "There's beauty everywhere if you know where to look," Captain Thal replied with a smile. "And the Nexus Academy is full of wonders. You'll see." As the journey continued, the students grew closer. They faced various challenges aboard the shuttle, designed to prepare them for the rigors of the academy. They solved complex puzzles, navigated through simulated environments, and engaged in friendly competitions. Each challenge tested their skills and teamwork, bringing them together as a cohesive unit. Kai found himself particularly drawn to Zara's engineering expertise. They spent hours discussing different technologies, and Zara showed Kai how to use some of the advanced tools she had brought from Zalara. In return, Kai shared his knowledge of Earth's electronics, and together they tinkered with various devices, creating innovative solutions to the shuttle's challenges. Lyra's telepathic abilities also proved invaluable. She could sense the emotions and thoughts of her friends, helping them communicate more effectively and understand each other better. Her empathy created a sense of harmony within the group, making them feel like a family. Rin's shape-shifting abilities added an element of surprise and fun to their journey. He often transformed into different creatures to lighten the mood or solve problems that required a unique approach. His playful nature kept everyone's spirits high, even during the most challenging moments. Finally, after what felt like both an eternity and an instant, the shuttle approached its destination. The Nexus Academy loomed ahead, a floating island suspended in the sky, surrounded by an ethereal energy field. Towers and spires reached toward the stars, and the entire structure seemed to shimmer with a soft, welcoming glow. As they disembarked, the students were greeted by a group of senior students and faculty members, including Headmaster Xandor. The headmaster's presence was commanding yet reassuring, and his eyes twinkled with wisdom and kindness. "Welcome to the Nexus Academy," Xandor said, his voice resonating with authority. "You have traveled far, but your journey is just beginning. Here, you will learn to harness your unique abilities, expand your knowledge, and forge bonds that will last a lifetime. We are honored to have you with us." Kai felt a surge of excitement and determination. He knew that his time at the Nexus Academy would be filled with challenges and discoveries, and he was ready to embrace it all. The Nexus Academy was even more impressive up close. As Kai and his friends followed Headmaster Xandor and the senior students through the grand entrance, they were greeted by a breathtaking sight. The Academy was a harmonious blend of advanced technology and natural beauty. Crystal-clear lakes reflected the towering structures, while lush gardens filled with exotic flora provided a serene atmosphere. "Wow," Rin muttered, his eyes wide with amazement. "This place is incredible." Lyra nodded in agreement, her telepathic senses picking up the vibrant energy of the Academy. "I can feel the life here. It's so harmonious." Xandor led them through the main atrium, a vast space filled with holographic displays and intricate artwork from various planets. Students from all corners of the galaxy mingled, each with their unique features and abilities. Kai felt a sense of awe and excitement, knowing he was now part of this diverse and extraordinary community. "Your first few days will be an orientation period," Xandor explained as they walked. "You'll get to know the Academy, meet your mentors, and start your initial assessments. We believe in a holistic approach to education, focusing on intellectual, physical, and emotional growth." They arrived at a large auditorium where the new students gathered. Xandor introduced them to their mentors, senior students who would guide them through their first year. Kai's mentor was a tall, blue-skinned alien named Ilara, known for her expertise in quantum mechanics and her calm, patient demeanor. "Welcome, Kai," Ilara said with a warm smile. "I look forward to helping you navigate your journey here." The orientation sessions were intense but fascinating. The new students learned about the Academy's history, its mission to promote peace and knowledge across the galaxy, and the various programs and disciplines available. Kai was particularly intrigued by the advanced technology labs and the interspecies diplomacy courses. After the initial orientation, the students were given a tour of the Academy's facilities. They visited the state-of-the-art laboratories, expansive libraries filled with knowledge from countless worlds, and the training grounds where students honed their physical and combat skills. Kai was amazed by the variety of activities and resources available to them. In the evenings, the new students gathered in the common areas, sharing their experiences and getting to know each other better. Kai, Lyra, Rin, and Zara became inseparable, their friendship growing stronger with each passing day. One night, as they sat by the Academy's central lake, Kai asked Ilara about the Academy's mission and their roles as students. "The Nexus Academy is more than just a place of learning," Ilara explained. "It's a beacon of hope and unity for the galaxy. As students, you are not just here to gain knowledge and skills. You are here to become ambassadors of peace and progress. Your actions and decisions will have far-reaching impacts." Kai pondered Ilara's words, feeling the weight of responsibility. He realized that his journey at the Nexus Academy was not just about personal growth, but about contributing to a greater cause. As the days passed, Kai and his friends settled into their new routines. They attended classes in a wide range of subjects, from quantum physics and advanced mathematics to alien languages and interspecies diplomacy. The curriculum was rigorous, challenging them to think critically and creatively. Kai particularly enjoyed the engineering and technology classes, where he could apply his skills and learn about cutting-edge advancements from across the galaxy. Zara often joined him in the lab, and together they worked on various projects, pushing the boundaries of their knowledge and creativity. Lyra excelled in the empathy and telepathy courses, her natural abilities allowing her to connect with others on a deep level. She often helped her friends understand complex concepts by sharing her insights telepathically. Rin thrived in the physical training sessions, using his shape-shifting abilities to tackle obstacles and challenges. His playful nature brought a sense of fun and camaraderie to their group, keeping everyone's spirits high, even during the most demanding tasks. The Nexus Academy became a second home to Kai and his friends, a place of endless possibilities and discoveries. As they continued their journey, they knew that they were part of something much larger than themselves, a mission to unite the galaxy through knowledge, understanding, and friendship. And with each passing day, they grew more determined to make a difference, knowing that their time at the Nexus Academy was just the beginning of an incredible adventure. Kai awoke early on his first official day of classes at the Nexus Academy. His excitement mingled with nervousness. The Academy's schedule was delivered to his personal holodevice, detailing a packed day of introductions to various subjects and activities. The day began with a general assembly in the Grand Hall, where Headmaster Xandor addressed the new students. The hall was filled with students from across the galaxy, each listening intently as Xandor spoke. "Welcome to your first day at Nexus Academy," Xandor began, his voice echoing through the vast hall. "Today marks the start of your journey towards becoming leaders, innovators, and ambassadors of peace. Your time here will be challenging, but it will also be rewarding. Embrace every opportunity, and remember, you are here to learn from each other as much as from your instructors." After the assembly, the students dispersed to their first classes. Kai's schedule included quantum physics, interspecies diplomacy, and advanced combat training. His first class was quantum physics, held in a sleek, high-tech classroom filled with holographic displays and interactive modules. Professor Zarek, a stern-looking alien with a long, flowing robe and piercing eyes, welcomed the students. "Quantum physics is the foundation of many advanced technologies you'll encounter here. Understanding it will open doors to new inventions and discoveries." Kai was fascinated as Professor Zarek explained the principles of quantum mechanics, using holographic projections to illustrate complex concepts. The professor's passion for the subject was contagious, and Kai found himself eager to learn more. Next was interspecies diplomacy, a class that took place in a circular room designed to encourage open dialogue. The instructor, Ambassador Thalia, was a charismatic and wise diplomat who had mediated conflicts across the galaxy. "Diplomacy is about understanding and respect," Ambassador Thalia said, her voice calm and authoritative. "In this class, you'll learn the art of negotiation, cultural sensitivity, and the importance of empathy in resolving disputes." Kai quickly realized how diverse and rich the cultures at the Nexus Academy were. Each student brought unique perspectives and experiences, making the discussions lively and enlightening. Lyra's telepathic abilities gave her a deep understanding of others' emotions, making her an exceptional participant in these discussions. The final class of the day was Advanced Combat Training, held in a sprawling arena equipped with state-of-the-art training equipment. The instructor, Commander Rax, was a formidable warrior with a no-nonsense attitude. "Combat training is not just about physical strength," Commander Rax emphasized. "It's about strategy, agility, and discipline. You must be prepared for any situation, whether it's self-defense or protecting others." Rin excelled in this class, using his shape-shifting abilities to adapt to different combat scenarios. Kai found the training intense but exhilarating, pushing his limits and teaching him valuable skills. As the day came to an end, Kai reunited with his friends in the common area. They shared their experiences, laughing and commiserating over the challenges they faced. Quantum physics is tough, Kai admitted, but I love it. And interspecies diplomacy was fascinating. I never realized how complex and rich other cultures are. Lyra nodded. Ambassador Thalia is amazing. She really makes you see things from different perspectives. Rin grinned. Combat training was awesome. Commander Rax is tough, but I learned a lot. Zara, who had spent the day in the engineering labs, joined them with a big smile. The technology here is incredible. I can't wait to start working on some new projects. The friends spent the evening discussing their classes and the excitement of their first day. They felt a growing bond, united by their shared experiences and determination to succeed at the Nexus Academy. As weeks passed, Kai and his friends settled into the rhythm of life at the Nexus Academy. Their days were filled with classes, training, and collaborative projects, each designed to challenge and expand their abilities. One afternoon, Kai and his friends were in the common area, working on a group project for their engineering class. They were designing a multi-purpose drone that could assist with various tasks, from scientific exploration to emergency rescues. This drone needs to be adaptable, Zara explained, sketching out designs on her holopad. It should be able to change its configuration based on the task at hand. Kai nodded, adding his own ideas. And we can use quantum circuits to make it more efficient. It'll be faster and more powerful. As they worked, a group of elite students from the planet Creon entered the common area. Led by a tall, arrogant student named Darius, they were known for their superior attitude and disdain for students from less advanced planets, especially humans. Darius glanced at their project with a smirk. A multi-purpose drone? How quaint. On Cryon, we have advanced AI systems that make such things obsolete. Kai felt a surge of annoyance, but kept his cool. We're just trying to innovate and learn, Darius. That's what the Academy is about, right? Darius sneered. Innovation? From Earthlings? Don't make me laugh. You'll never be more than a curiosity here. Before Kai could respond, Rin stepped forward, his eyes flashing with anger. We're all here to learn, Darius. Maybe you should try it sometime instead of looking down on everyone. Darius laughed, but the tension was palpable. The Creon students walked away, their mocking laughter echoing in the room. Lyra placed a comforting hand on Kai's shoulder. Don't let them get to you, Kai. We know what we're capable of. Kai nodded, determined not to let the encounter ruin his day. We'll show them what we can do. Let's get back to work. Despite the occasional run-ins with the Crayon students, Kai and his friends thrived. They formed close bonds, supporting each other through the Academy's challenges. Kai's friendship with Zara deepened as they collaborated on numerous projects, combining their skills to create innovative solutions. Lyra's empathy and telepathic abilities made her a natural leader in their diplomacy classes. She often mediated disputes and helped her friends navigate complex social dynamics. Her calm presence was a source of strength for the group. Rin's shape-shifting abilities and quick thinking made him an invaluable asset in their combat training sessions. He often devised clever strategies that caught their opponents off guard, earning respect from even the toughest instructors. One evening, as they relaxed in the Academy's garden, Kai reflected on their journey so far. We've come a long way since we first arrived. I can't believe how much we've learned and grown. Lyra smiled. And we have so much more to discover. The Academy is just the beginning. Rin nodded. Yeah, and we have each other. That's what matters. Zara raised her glass. To friendship and to proving ourselves. Together we can achieve anything. They clinked their glasses, a sense of unity and determination filling the air. Despite the challenges and rivalries, they knew they had each other's backs. Their bond was unbreakable, forged through shared experiences and a common goal. As the stars sparkled above them, Kai felt a surge of hope and excitement. The Nexus Academy was full of possibilities, and with his friends by his side, he was ready to face whatever came next. The Nexus Academy prided itself on its rigorous and dynamic curriculum, which included a series of practical challenges designed to test students' abilities and teamwork. Kai and his friends eagerly anticipated their first challenge, which was set to take place in a vast, holographically simulated alien jungle. The day began with an announcement from Headmaster Xander, who addressed the students in the Grand Hall. "Today marks the beginning of our challenge series," he declared. "These challenges are designed to push you beyond your limits, encourage collaboration, and help you discover new strengths. Your first task is to navigate through the simulation of the Jorvian jungle, a place filled with obstacles and puzzles. You must work together to reach the end." Kai, Lyra, Rin, and Zara gathered with other students at the entrance to the simulation chamber. The air was thick with anticipation and a hint of nervousness. The holographic environment shimmered to life, revealing a dense jungle filled with towering trees, thick underbrush, and the distant sounds of alien wildlife. As the challenge began, Kai took the lead, relying on his analytical skills to navigate through the complex environment. "We need to find the most efficient path," he said, scanning the holographic map provided to each team. "Let's avoid the denser areas and look for natural clearings." Lyra used her telepathic abilities to sense the presence of other teams and potential threats. "There's a group ahead, moving quickly," she reported. "We should take a different route to avoid any conflicts." Rin, in one of his many forms, transformed into a sleek, agile creature that could move swiftly through the underbrush. He scouted ahead, looking for any hidden traps or puzzles that might block their path. "There's a clearing up ahead," he called back, his voice slightly altered by his current form. "But there's also a puzzle blocking the way." When they reached the clearing, they found a series of stone pillars covered in intricate alien symbols. Zara examined the symbols closely. "This looks like a logic puzzle," she said. "We need to align the symbols in a specific order to unlock the path." Kai and Zara worked together, analyzing the symbols and their possible combinations. Meanwhile, Lyra and Rin kept watch, ensuring no other teams were nearby to disrupt their progress. After several tense minutes, they successfully aligned the symbols, causing the pillars to shift and reveal a hidden pathway. The team moved quickly, navigating through various obstacles, quicksand pits, swinging vines, and aggressive holographic creatures designed to test their combat skills. Rin's shape-shifting abilities were particularly useful, allowing him to transform into powerful creatures to fend off attacks, while Kai and Zara used their technical skills to deactivate traps. Lyra's empathy and telepathy proved invaluable in avoiding potential conflicts with other teams. She could sense their emotions and intentions, guiding her team away from danger and towards safer routes. Her calm demeanor helped keep everyone focused and united. As they neared the end of the challenge, they faced their final obstacle, a massive, ancient tree with an intricate locking mechanism at its base. The mechanism required a combination of strength, precision, and knowledge to unlock. Each team member contributed their unique skills to solve the puzzle. Kai and Zara worked on deciphering the alien runes inscribed on the tree, while Rin used his strength to manipulate the heavy components of the lock. Lyra provided emotional support, ensuring everyone remained calm and focused under pressure. With a final twist and click, the lock opened, and the tree revealed a hidden passage leading to the finish line. The team emerged victorious, greeted by cheers and applause from their fellow students and instructors. Headmaster Xandor approached them, a proud smile on his face. "Congratulations, Kai, Lyra, Rin, and Zara," he said. "You have demonstrated exceptional teamwork, ingenuity, and perseverance. This is just the beginning of your journey, and I'm confident you will achieve great things." As they celebrated their success, Kai felt a deep sense of accomplishment and unity with his friends. They had faced their first major challenge together and emerged stronger for it. The Nexus Academy was proving to be everything he had hoped for and more. Following their success in the first challenge, Kai and his friends returned to their regular classes and activities with renewed confidence. Their teamwork had solidified their bond, and they were eager to tackle whatever came next. However, their adventures were far from over. One evening, after a long day of classes and training, Kai decided to explore the Academy's vast library. It was a place he had heard much about, a repository of knowledge from countless worlds, filled with ancient scrolls, advanced holographic texts, and everything in between. As he wandered through the library's towering shelves, he stumbled upon a secluded section that seemed older and less frequently visited. The air was thick with the scent of aged parchment, and the dim lighting cast an eerie glow on the dusty shelves. Intrigued, Kai ventured deeper, his curiosity piqued. In the far corner he discovered a hidden alcove, partially obscured by a heavy tapestry depicting scenes of galactic history. Pushing the tapestry aside, he found a small, ornate door. It was locked, but his engineering instincts kicked in, and he quickly set to work, using a multi-tool to manipulate the ancient locking mechanism. With a soft click, the door creaked open, revealing a narrow passage that led to a hidden chamber. The room was filled with ancient scrolls, mysterious artifacts, and a large, intricately carved pedestal at its center. On the pedestal rested a glowing orb, pulsating with an ethereal light. Kai approached the orb cautiously, feeling an inexplicable connection to it. As he reached out to touch it, the orb emitted a gentle hum, resonating with his touch. The glow intensified, and suddenly, images and symbols flashed through his mind, visions of distant stars, unknown civilizations, and a sense of impending danger. He quickly withdrew his hand, his heart racing. The orb was unlike anything he had ever encountered. It seemed to hold immense power and knowledge, but also a sense of mystery and foreboding. Realizing the potential importance of his discovery, Kai decided to share it with his friends. He carefully relocked the door and retraced his steps back to the main library. Lyra, Rin, and Zara were studying in the common area, and he hurried over to them, his excitement barely contained. "Guys, you won't believe what I just found," he said, his voice urgent. "There's a hidden chamber in the library with an artifact, an orb that seems to hold some kind of power or knowledge. I think it might be important." Lyra looked intrigued. "An orb? What did it do?" Kai described his experience, the glowing light, and the visions that had flashed through his mind. Zara's eyes widened with excitement. "We need to investigate this further. If it's as powerful as you say, it could be a significant discovery." The friends agreed to return to the hidden chamber together. Under the cover of night, they made their way back to the secluded section of the library. Kai unlocked the door once more, and they entered the chamber, the glow of the orb illuminating their faces. Lyra reached out with her telepathic abilities, trying to sense the orb's energy. "It's unlike anything I've ever felt," she said, her voice tinged with awe. "There's a depth to it, a complexity that's almost alive." Rin examined the carvings on the pedestal, his shape-shifting abilities allowing him to enhance his senses. "These symbols are ancient, older than most of the civilizations we've studied. They could hold the key to understanding the orb's purpose." Zara took detailed scans of the orb and the surrounding artifacts, her analytical mind working to piece together the puzzle. "We need to be cautious. This could be incredibly valuable, but also dangerous if it falls into the wrong hands." As they continued to study the orb, they noticed a series of inscriptions on the pedestal that seemed to tell a story. The symbols depicted a civilization that had once thrived, wielding great power and knowledge, but had ultimately fallen into ruin due to their misuse of the very technology they had created. Kai felt a sense of urgency. "We need to inform Headmaster Xandor about this. If this orb is as powerful as it seems, it could pose a threat if not properly understood and safeguarded." The friends agreed and carefully relocked the hidden chamber before making their way to Xandor's office. They explained their discovery and the potential significance of the orb. Xandor listened intently, his expression serious. "You did well to bring this to my attention. The artifact you found is indeed ancient and powerful. It is part of a collection known as the Relics of Eternity, remnants of a long-lost civilization that once held great influence over the galaxy." He looked at them with a mixture of pride and concern. "You have shown wisdom and responsibility in handling this discovery. I will ensure the orb is studied and safeguarded appropriately. Meanwhile, continue your studies and challenges. The knowledge and skills you acquire here will prepare you for the greater responsibilities that lie ahead." Kai and his friends left Xandor's office with a renewed sense of purpose. They had uncovered a significant piece of galactic history and had proven themselves to be not just students, but protectors of knowledge. The Nexus Academy was revealing itself to be a place of endless discovery and adventure, and they were ready to face whatever came next. The discovery of the mysterious orb in the hidden chamber weighed heavily on Kai and his friends' minds. Despite Headmaster Xandor's reassurances, they couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the artifact than met the eye. They continued their studies and challenges, but their thoughts often drifted back to the orb and its potential significance. One evening, as they gathered in the common area to work on a group project, Zara voiced what they had all been thinking. We can't just leave it alone. The orb is part of something bigger, something important. We need to find out more about the relics of eternity. Lyra nodded. I agree. If these relics are as powerful as the inscription suggested, they could be dangerous in the wrong hands. We need to understand them better. Rin grinned, his eyes twinkling with excitement. An adventure it is then, but we need to be careful. We don't want to attract unwanted attention. Kai felt a surge of determination. Let's start by researching the civilization mentioned in the inscriptions. If we can find out more about them, we might be able to piece together the puzzle. The friends divided their tasks, each taking a different aspect of the research. Kai focused on the history of the lost civilization. Lyra delved into the legends and myths surrounding the relics of eternity. Zara analyzed the technological aspects, and Rin used his shape-shifting abilities to access restricted areas of the library. As they dug deeper, they uncovered fragments of information that painted a picture of a once great civilization known as the Elysians. The Elysians were renowned for their advanced technology and wisdom, but their thirst for power ultimately led to their downfall. The relics of eternity were said to be their most powerful creations, capable of manipulating space, time, and energy. One night, Rin returned with a crucial piece of information. I found a hidden archive in the library. It contains records of the Elysians' last days. They feared the misuse of the relics and decided to hide them across the galaxy to prevent anyone from harnessing their full power. Zara's eyes widened. That means there could be more relics out there. We need to find them before anyone else does. Lyra closed her eyes, reaching out with her telepathic abilities. I sense a disturbance, a dark presence searching for the relics. We need to be cautious. There are others who seek this power for their own purposes. As they pieced together the information, a chilling realization dawned on them. A rogue faction within the Academy, known as the Shadow Syndicate, was actively searching for the relics. This faction consisted of a few elite students and faculty members who believed that the relic's power could be used to establish their dominance over the galaxy. Kai and his friends knew they had to act quickly. They needed to gather more evidence and expose the Shadow Syndicate's plans to Headmaster Xandor. They decided to keep their findings secret and continue their investigation discreetly. One evening, while they were discussing their next steps, Lyra suddenly tensed. Someone's coming, she whispered. Hide! They quickly concealed their research materials and pretended to be working on their group project as a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Professor Morvac, a stern-looking instructor with a reputation for strictness. What are you students doing here so late? Morvac demanded, his eyes narrowing suspiciously. We're working on our engineering project, Professor, Zara replied, her voice steady. Morvac's gaze lingered on them for a moment before he nodded. Very well. Just remember, the Academy has rules for a reason. Don't stay up too late. As Morvac left, the friends exchanged worried glances. They had narrowly avoided suspicion, but they knew they needed to be even more careful. The Shadow Syndicate was watching, and any misstep could expose their plans. Determined to uncover the truth and protect the galaxy from the misuse of the relics, Kai and his friends redoubled their efforts. They knew the path ahead would be fraught with danger, but they were ready to face whatever challenges came their way. As Kai and his friends continued their investigation into the Shadow Syndicate, the atmosphere at the Nexus Academy grew increasingly tense. Unusual occurrences and unexplained incidents became more frequent, creating a sense of unease among the students and faculty. The friends knew they had to act quickly to gather concrete evidence and prevent the rogue faction's plans from coming to fruition. One evening, while analyzing the latest data in Zara's workshop, Kai had a breakthrough. "I've decrypted part of the Elysian's records," he announced, his eyes wide with excitement. "It details the locations of the remaining relics and hints at their capabilities." The group gathered around Kai, eager to hear more. "The records mention 3 more relics," he continued. "One on the ice planet Glacia, another in the desert world of Sahar, and the third on the ocean planet of Aquara. Each relic has a unique power that, when combined, could control the very fabric of reality." Lyra's expression grew serious. "We need to find these relics before the Shadow Syndicate does. If they manage to obtain all 4, the consequences could be catastrophic." Zara nodded in agreement. "We should inform Headmaster Xandor and request his help. He needs to know the full extent of the threat." The friends decided to visit Xandor's office that night. As they approached, they heard raised voices from within. Peeking through a crack in the door, they saw Xandor in a heated discussion with Professor Morvac. "We cannot allow this to continue, Morvac," Xandor was saying. "The safety of the Academy and the entire galaxy is at stake." Morvac's expression was cold and defiant. "You underestimate the potential of the relics, Xandor. They could bring a new era of power and order." Realizing the gravity of the situation, Kai and his friends knew they couldn't wait any longer. They burst into the office, catching both men by surprise. "Headmaster Xandor, we need to speak with you," Kai said urgently. "We have information about the relics and the Shadow Syndicate." Xandor's eyes widened in surprise, while Morvac's expression darkened. "You shouldn't be here," Morvac snapped. Ignoring Morvac, Kai quickly explained their findings and the imminent danger posed by the rogue faction. Xandor listened intently, his expression growing more serious with each passing moment. "Thank you for bringing this to my attention," Xandor said, once Kai finished. "I suspected something was amiss, but your information confirms my worst fears. We must act swiftly." Turning to Morvac, Xandor's voice hardened. "You will be placed under investigation, Professor. Any involvement with the Shadow Syndicate will not be tolerated." Morvac's eyes flashed with anger. "You fool, you don't understand the power we could wield." Before anyone could react, Morvac activated a concealed device, triggering an alarm throughout the Academy. "The Syndicate will not be stopped," he shouted before disappearing in a flash of light. Chaos erupted as the Academy's security systems went into lockdown. Xandor quickly took control, issuing orders to contain the situation. "We must protect the students and secure the relic. Kai, Lyra, Rin, Zara, you've proven yourselves capable. Find the remaining relics and keep them safe." The friends nodded, their determination renewed. They split into 2 teams. Kai and Zara would head to Glacia, while Lyra and Rin would go to Sahar. They planned to meet on Aquara for the final relic. As Kai and Zara boarded a shuttle bound for Glacia, they couldn't help but feel the weight of their mission. The icy planet was known for its treacherous conditions and hidden dangers. They would need all their skills and wits to locate the relic and stay one step ahead of the Shadow Syndicate. Upon arrival, the frigid winds and blinding snow made navigation difficult. Zara's engineering expertise proved invaluable as she modified their equipment to withstand the harsh environment. Kai used his analytical skills to decipher the Elysian's clues, leading them to an ancient ice cave hidden deep within a glacier. Inside the cave, they discovered the relic, encased in a block of crystalline ice. As they worked to free it, a group of Syndicate operatives ambushed them. Kai and Zara fought back with everything they had, using their training and ingenuity to outmaneuver their attackers. Just as they secured the relic, a fierce blizzard swept through the cave, separating Kai from Zara. "Hold on, Zara," Kai shouted, desperately trying to reach her through the swirling snow. "I'll be fine," Zara called back. "Get the relic to safety." Reluctantly, Kai made his way out of the cave, clutching the relic tightly. He knew he had to trust Zara's strength and resourcefulness. Their mission was too important to fail. As Kai and his friends continued their investigation into the Shadow Syndicate, the atmosphere at the Nexus Academy grew increasingly tense. Unusual occurrences and unexplained incidents became more frequent, creating a sense of unease among the students and faculty. The friends knew they had to act quickly to gather concrete evidence and prevent the rogue faction's plans from coming to fruition. One evening, while analyzing the latest data in Zara's workshop, Kai had a breakthrough. "I've decrypted part of the Elysian's records," he announced, his eyes wide with excitement. "It details the locations of the remaining relics and hints at their capabilities." The group gathered around Kai, eager to hear more. "The records mention 3 more relics," he continued. "One on the ice planet Glacia, another in the desert world of Sahar, and the third on the ocean planet of Aquara. Each relic has a unique power that, when combined, could control the very fabric of reality." Lyra's expression grew serious. "We need to find these relics before the Shadow Syndicate does. If they manage to obtain all 4, the consequences could be catastrophic." Zara nodded in agreement. "We should inform Headmaster Xander and request his help. He needs to know the full extent of the threat." The friends decided to visit Xandor's office that night. As they approached, they heard raised voices from within. Peeking through a crack in the door, they saw Xandor in a heated discussion with Professor Morvac. "We cannot allow this to continue, Morvac," Xandor was saying. "The safety of the Academy and the entire galaxy is at stake." Morvac's expression was cold and defiant. "You underestimate the potential of the relics, Xandor. They could bring a new era of power and order." Realizing the gravity of the situation, Kai and his friends knew they couldn't wait any longer. They burst into the office, catching both men by surprise. "Headmaster Xandor, we need to speak with you," Kai said urgently. "We have information about the relics and the Shadow Syndicate." Xandor's eyes widened in surprise, while Morvac's expression darkened. "You shouldn't be here," Morvac snapped. Ignoring Morvac, Kai quickly explained their findings and the imminent danger posed by the rogue faction. Xandor listened intently, his expression growing more serious with each passing moment. "Thank you for bringing this to my attention," Xandor said once Kai finished. "I suspected something was amiss, but your information confirms my worst fears. We must act swiftly." Turning to Morvac, Xandor's voice hardened. "You will be placed under investigation, Professor. Any involvement with the Shadow Syndicate will not be tolerated." Morvac's eyes flashed with anger. "You fool! You don't understand the power we could wield." Before anyone could react, Morvac activated a concealed device, triggering an alarm throughout the Academy. "The Syndicate will not be stopped," he shouted before disappearing in a flash of light. Chaos erupted as the Academy's security systems went into lockdown. Xandor quickly took control, issuing orders to contain the situation. "We must protect the students and secure the relic. Kai, Lyra, Rin, Zara, you've proven yourselves capable. Find the remaining relics and keep them safe." The friends nodded, their determination renewed. They split into 2 teams. Kai and Zara would head to Glacia, while Lyra and Rin would go to Sahar. They planned to meet on Aquara for the final relic. As Kai and Zara boarded a shuttle bound for Glacia, they couldn't help but feel the weight of their mission. The icy planet was known for its treacherous conditions and hidden dangers. They would need all their skills and wits to locate the relic and stay one step ahead of the Shadow Syndicate. Upon arrival, the frigid winds and blinding snow made navigation difficult. Zara's engineering expertise proved invaluable as she modified their equipment to withstand the harsh environment. Kai used his analytical skills to decipher the Elysian's clues, leading them to an ancient ice cave hidden deep within a glacier. Inside the cave, they discovered the relic, encased in a block of crystalline ice. As they worked to free it, a group of Syndicate operatives ambushed them. Kai and Zara fought back with everything they had, using their training and ingenuity to outmaneuver their attackers. Just as they secured the relic, a fierce blizzard swept through the cave, separating Kai from Zara. "Hold on, Zara!" Kai shouted, desperately trying to reach her through the swirling snow. "I'll be fine," Zara called back. "Get the relic to safety." Reluctantly, Kai made his way out of the cave, clutching the relic tightly. He knew he had to trust Zara's strength and resourcefulness. Their mission was too important to fail. Meanwhile, on Sahar, Lyra and Rin faced their own challenges in the scorching desert. They navigated through sandstorms and treacherous dunes, guided by Lyra's telepathic senses and Rin's adaptability. Together, they located the relic buried beneath an ancient temple. As they retrieved it, they were confronted by another group of Syndicate operatives. Rin used his shape-shifting abilities to create a diversion, allowing Lyra to secure the relic. In the ensuing chaos, they managed to escape, narrowly avoiding capture. With 2 relics in their possession, the friends reunited on Aquara, an oceanic planet with vast underwater cities. The final relic was hidden deep within a submerged cavern, protected by powerful currents and dangerous sea creatures. Working together, they braved the depths, overcoming numerous obstacles to reach the relic. Just as they secured it, the Shadow Syndicate launched a full-scale attack on the Academy, seeking to seize the relics by force. Kai and his friends raced back to the Academy, determined to defend it. As they arrived, they found the Academy under siege, with Syndicate forces battling students and faculty. In the midst of the chaos, they made their way to the Grand Hall, where Headmaster Xandor and a group of defenders were holding off the attackers. "We have the relics!" Kai shouted, presenting them to Xandor. Xandor nodded, his eyes filled with determination. "We must protect them at all costs. If the Syndicate gains control, they will bring ruin to the galaxy." As the battle raged on, Kai and his friends used their combined abilities to fend off the Syndicate forces. Lyra's telepathic skills helped coordinate their efforts, while Rin's shape-shifting kept the enemies off balance. Zara's engineering expertise provided crucial support, and Kai's strategic mind guided their actions. With a final push, they managed to drive back the Syndicate, forcing them to retreat. The Academy was safe, but the threat was far from over. As they caught their breath, Xandor approached them, a look of pride and gratitude on his face. "You have shown incredible bravery and resilience. The relics are safe, thanks to you. But we must remain vigilant. The Syndicate will not give up easily." Kai and his friends knew their journey was just beginning. The Nexus Academy had become a battleground, and they were now its protectors. With the relics in their care, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united in their mission to safeguard the galaxy from those who sought to wield power for their own gain. The tranquility of the Nexus Academy was shattered by the sudden and brutal assault from the Shadow Syndicate. The sky was filled with streaks of laser fire and the hum of advanced weaponry as the rogue faction launched their full-scale attack. Students and faculty members scrambled to defend their home, rallying together to protect the relics and the knowledge they held. Kai, Lyra, Rin, and Zara were at the heart of the defense effort. Having returned with the relics, they knew the Syndicate's primary objective was to seize these powerful artifacts. Headmaster Xandor coordinated the Academy's defenses, issuing commands with calm authority, even as chaos reigned around him. "We must protect the Grand Hall," Xandor ordered, his voice carrying over the din of battle. "The relics must not fall into their hands." The friends took up strategic positions around the Grand Hall, each using their unique skills to hold the line. Kai and Zara worked together to fortify the defenses, using their engineering knowledge to rig up energy barriers and automated turrets. Rin, in various formidable forms, patrolled the perimeter, engaging any Syndicate operatives who got too close. Lyra provided critical support, using her telepathic abilities to anticipate enemy movements and relay information to her teammates. As the battle intensified, the Syndicate unleashed their most powerful weapon, a massive armored mech piloted by none other than Professor Morvac. The mech was a towering behemoth, bristling with advanced weaponry and protected by impenetrable energy shields. "Kai, we need to disable that mech," Zara shouted over the noise of the battle. "It's too powerful for our defenses to handle." Kai nodded, his mind racing. "I'll try to find a weak point in its shields. Rin, can you keep it distracted?" Rin transformed into a massive winged creature, diving and weaving around the mech to draw its fire. The mech's cannons roared, but Rin's agility kept him just out of reach. Meanwhile, Kai and Zara analyzed the mech's movements, looking for any vulnerabilities. There, Kai pointed to a small, flickering spot on the mech's shield generator. "That's its weak point. If we can hit it with a concentrated energy blast, we might be able to disable the shields." Zara nodded, quickly adjusting the settings on one of their makeshift turrets. "I'll need a clear shot. Lyra, can you help guide the energy blast?" Lyra focused her telepathic abilities, synchronizing with Zara's turret. "I've got it. Just tell me when you're ready." With Rin keeping the mech occupied, Zara and Lyra lined up the shot. "Now!" Zara shouted, and Lyra channeled her energy into the turret, guiding the blast with pinpoint accuracy. The energy bolt struck the weak point, and the mech's shields flickered and then collapsed. Kai seized the moment. "Rin, now's your chance. Go for the shield generator." Rin transformed into a powerful, burly creature and charged at the mech. With a mighty roar, he ripped the shield generator from the mech's chassis, sparks flying as the machine sputtered and faltered. The mech, now vulnerable, staggered back. Kai and Zara quickly set up another turret, this time aiming directly at the mech's core. "Fire," Kai commanded, and the turret unleashed a devastating blast that struck the mech's central power unit. The machine shuddered and then exploded, a massive fireball lighting up the night sky. Professor Morvac was thrown from the wreckage, landing hard on the ground. He struggled to his feet, but was quickly surrounded by Academy defenders. Xandor approached, his expression stern. "Your quest for power ends here, Morvac," Xandor said. "You have betrayed the principles of the Nexus Academy and endangered countless lives. You will be held accountable for your actions." Morvac glared defiantly, but offered no resistance as he was taken into custody. The remaining Syndicate operatives, seeing their leader defeated and their mech destroyed, began to retreat. With the immediate threat neutralized, the Academy's defenders worked to secure the area and tend to the wounded. The Grand Hall, though battered, still stood, and the relics remained safe. Kai and his friends, exhausted but victorious, gathered together. "We did it," Kai said, a mixture of relief and triumph in his voice. "The Academy is safe." Lyra nodded, her telepathic senses still alert. "For now. But we need to remain vigilant. The Syndicate will likely try again." Xandor approached them, his expression one of deep gratitude. "You have all shown extraordinary courage and determination. The Nexus Academy owes you a great debt. We will ensure that the relics are properly safeguarded and that the Syndicate is brought to justice." As dawn broke over the Academy, the friends felt a profound sense of accomplishment. They had faced a formidable enemy and emerged victorious, proving their worth as protectors of the galaxy's knowledge and peace. In the days following the battle, the Nexus Academy began the process of healing and rebuilding. The damage was extensive, but the spirit of the Academy remained unbroken. Students and faculty worked side by side, repairing structures and restoring order to their beloved institution. Kai and his friends were hailed as heroes, their bravery and quick thinking having played a crucial role in the defense of the Academy. However, they knew their journey was far from over. The threat of the Shadow Syndicate still loomed, and the relics needed to be safeguarded to prevent future attempts at their misuse. Headmaster Xander called a special assembly to address the Academy. The Grand Hall was filled with students, faculty, and staff, all eager to hear his words. "Today we stand united in the aftermath of a great battle," Xander began. "We have faced a formidable foe and emerged victorious, but our work is not done. The relics of the Elysians hold immense power, and it is our responsibility to ensure they are protected." He turned to Kai and his friends, who stood beside him on the stage. "These brave students have shown us what it means to be true guardians of knowledge and peace. Their actions have inspired us all, and they will continue to play a vital role in our efforts to safeguard the relics." The crowd erupted in applause, and Kai felt a surge of pride and humility. He glanced at his friends, seeing the same mixture of emotions reflected in their eyes. After the assembly, Xandor invited Kai, Lyra, Rin, and Zara to his office. "I have a proposition for you," he said, his tone serious but warm. "Given your unique skills and experiences, I would like to form a special task force dedicated to locating and protecting the remaining relics. You have proven yourselves capable, and I believe you are the best candidates for this mission." The friends exchanged glances, their excitement palpable. "We would be honored," Kai said, speaking for all of them. "We understand the importance of this mission, and we are ready to do whatever it takes." Xander nodded, pleased with their response. "Excellent. You will receive additional training and resources to aid you in your quest. This will be a dangerous and challenging mission, but I have no doubt that you are up to the task." Over the next few weeks, Kai and his friends underwent intensive training, honing their skills and preparing for the journey ahead. They studied ancient texts, learned advanced combat techniques, and practiced using the latest technology to aid them in their mission. One evening, as they gathered in the Academy's garden, they reflected on how far they had come. "We've been through so much together," Lyra said, her voice filled with emotion. "I couldn't imagine doing this with anyone else." Rin grinned, his usual playful demeanor softened by the moment. "We've got each other's backs. That's what matters." Zara nodded. "And we're ready for whatever comes next. The galaxy needs protectors, and we're going to be those protectors." Kai looked at his friends, feeling a deep sense of gratitude and determination. "We've faced incredible challenges and come out stronger for it. I know we can do this, together." As dawn broke on a new day, the friends prepared to embark on their first mission as the Academy's new task force. They had a clear purpose and a united goal: to protect the relics and ensure that the power they held would never be misused. With their hearts full of hope and resolve, they boarded their shuttle and set off into the vastness of space, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The Nexus Academy had given them the knowledge and skills they needed, and now it was up to them to make a difference. The journey was just beginning, but they knew that as long as they stood together, they could overcome any obstacle and protect the galaxy from those who sought to exploit its secrets. The future was uncertain, but they were ready to face it, united in their mission and strengthened by their unbreakable bond. As the stars stretched out before them, Kai felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. This was their new dawn, and they were ready to rise to the challenge.